All right, guys, we got our week 14 picks here, and we're here with a special guest, Mitch from the Bottom Line View. What's going on, Mitch?
What's up? Thank you for having me again, Lauren. It's gonna be a good time. You were coming on my channel, and it was a great time. So I'm looking forward to coming on your channel and hopefully beating you in picks once again.
Yeah, did we ever? I feel like we never figured out who won last time.
I never tallied it up. I just
Yeah, me
assumed
either.
I won.
I'll
But
tally this one up after, and then I'll tally the other one up. But I do remember I took the Colts with points that game, and it paid off. It was the
yeah,
Colts-Eagles
I don't
game.
know.
I took
I'm
the
pretty
Colts
sure
plus the points.
I had a pretty good week that week, so I'm just gonna say that I won. But
Okay,
I don't know.
that's fair.
We'll see.
That's fair. You know, home stream advantage, home channel advantage. The
Yes.
first game we got though, we got Raiders at the Rams on Thursday Night Football. Rams are 6-point underdogs at home. Who you got?
Oh,
This
I don't even
ugly
know who's
game.
playing. Who's even playing quarterback for the
I think it's
Los
John
Angeles Rams?
Wolford. Is back.
Wolford's in at quarterback. He did play last week. So I got the Raiders. I like how the Raiders are playing. I think Josh McDaniels finally has found a rhythm with this team. My guy, Josh McDaniels, coming from New England, and Josh Jacobs is running over everybody right now. Devontae Adams can't be covered. The defense found a formula to blitz Justin Herbert last week. I think they bring that into this week, and they showcase their talents and win on Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. You just hit everything on the head there. I gotta go with the Raiders. They're just finally clicking. What are they on, a 3-game win streak right now? The
I
offense
believe
is looking
so.
good. Like they're finally clicking. It took long enough. Are you gonna take them to cover the 6 points?
I will. It's tough though. I think the Rams are a feisty underdog, as we saw against Seattle. They could
Yeah.
definitely score some points, but I'll take the Raiders here. I trust the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Raiders to cover too. So we both got the Raiders both ways with that Thursday night pick. Next game we got Ravens at the Steelers. Steelers 2.5-point favorites at home.
Yeah, I think that
This is a tricky one.
has to do with the Lamar Jackson news, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it has to.
So I don't really know.
They just signed Huntley. No, Brett Hundley.
Huntley,
UCLA.
don't
Hundley.
confuse. So that's funny. Somebody in my
Huntley,
stream,
yeah.
when he got injured, somebody's like, Huntley's in. No, I'm like, no. Huntley's not in. Huntley is in. You got to get that right.
When
Huntley's
I saw they signed him to the practice squad, I was like, wait, why would they sign him to the practice squad? And then I was like, oh, I need to read better.
Yeah. So Tyler Huntley is a pretty capable backup, though. We've seen him play. He hasn't won a lot of games, but he's kept them in a lot of games, and he's put up a lot of yards. He can run, he could throw, he can make some plays. I think this is an either way game, but Pittsburgh's at home, right? So I'm going to lean towards Pittsburgh because I like how their offense is playing right now. I think Kenny Pickett is playing well. He's protecting the ball. And without Lamar Jackson, I just think that Ravens offense doesn't have enough to offer. How about you?
Yeah, I was going to go Pittsburgh too. When you were talking about Hundley there, I was like, oh, maybe he's going to go with the
I was
Ravens.
thinking about it.
But I just, after the loss versus Jacksonville and how they played this past week, I got to go with the Steelers at home. They've won 2 in a row now. Or is it 3 in a row? 2 or 3. They've won a few games in a row.
They've been playing better.
They're at home, division matchup. I'll go with the Steelers here too. And I'll take those 2.5 points, you know?
Yeah, take those points.
Why not? Then we got the Vikings at the Lions. Another team that's really hot right now, the Lions. The Lions are favored by 1.5 at home. They just destroyed Jacksonville.
Hold on. The Detroit Lions are favored?
Yeah, by 1.5 at home.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
What is with the Minnesota Vikings? The spreads just feel off with the Vikings every week because you look at their record and their record is one thing, but then you watch them play and it feels like they're not nearly as good as their record. And it felt like for an entire half, they got dominated by the New York Jets. And they also kind of fluked out that Patriots game as well. So it just feels like they continue to find ways to win. The Lions, if I recall correctly, should have won the first matchup. I think there was some issues with Dan Campbell's clock management. I think they were up in the game and then lost the lead.
Yeah, like the last second loss. Like week 2 or something.
Lauren, I hate to keep picking against the Vikings, but the Lions, it might be their time. They might.
Yeah,
I'm going to pick the Lions. I'm going to pick the Lions. I hate picking against the Vikings so often because it makes me look like I'm a hater.
Yeah.
But The Lions, the way they're running the football, I think they're definitely going to have success on offense. The Vikings defense is putrid, and their defense is playing better too. I mean, we saw that last week, so I'm going to take the Lions.
Yeah, that's a valid pick. I don't know where to go with this one. The Lions have been
Take
so
the
hot.
Vikings. Come on, add some friction.
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking maybe I'll just go with the Vikings because I'm on the fence to like spice this up. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings then. I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Take them to win straight up. Take them plus that 1.5. Watch it come down to a 1-point game.
Maybe.
That'd be so funny.
Detroit and Minnesota, you never know.
Yeah, literally. And then we got the Jaguars at the Titans. Titans are favored by 3.5 at home. This is a very blah game to me that I just gonna go with the Titans here. Have them cover the 3.5. I know the Jaguars just beat the Ravens, but I don't know.
I've been very disappointed with the Tennessee Titans as of late. I'm currently making a little Mike Vrabel video, and of course he's losing.
Yeah, you're Mike Vrabel stan.
Yeah, I love Mike Vrabel, so I'm waiting for that. I feel like Jacksonville could cover this game, not if they play the way they did against Detroit, but this is a divisional game. If Trevor Lawrence is good to go, which he left that game last week, come back in, I feel like they can cover the 3.5. That hook is tricky there. So I'm going to take the points with Jacksonville, but I'm going to take Tennessee to win just because I have faith in Tennessee. They need to start to get back on track before the playoffs begin because they've lost a couple in a row. So I think Vrabel does that. They get back on track, they win.
Yeah, I think it's huge that they're at home too. I know they lost to the Bengals at home, but come on, you got to take care of business versus the Jaguars at home.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a game for me. Next game here, Eagles at the Giants. Eagles are favored by a touchdown. Let me hear
Eagles
what you got to say
by
about this. Yeah, touchdown on the road.
The New York Giants, a team that, I'm sorry, Lauren, I don't know if you've heard what I've been saying about them. I kind of feel like they sort of suck, but they continue to find a way. I mean,
they're not a good team. They're not like, oh, that's a good solid football team. That's a team that's just holding on by a thread.
Yeah, their coaching, I think, has smoke and mirrors its way into this winning record. And the last few weeks, last week they tied, which of course Washington and the Giants tie. But then before that, it felt like they were kind of coming back down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden they're fighting for their playoff lives. I just love the way the Eagles are playing right now, though. I watched that Titans game. It is hard to dominate the Titans the way they did.
How was AJ Brown so wide open for that one touchdown? Like, no one even
knocked the dude over, I think. But that's besides the point. The Eagles offensive line, defensive line, getting healthier, just dominating the line of scrimmage. I think they move the football on the Giants defense. I just think it's so hard to stop them because they can do so much with Jalen Hurts' legs, him throwing the ball, them running with Miles Sanders. And then defensively, I just really loved how that defense showed up. So I could see the Giants covering this, but I'm going to lean towards the Eagles both ways. That's not what I would bet necessarily, but I'll take the Eagles to win and to cover.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you. Eagles to win, Eagles to cover. I really, my faith is just losing with the Giants.
Really?
My faith is just going down with the Giants every week. Like, I don't have a lot of faith in them right now. I know Washington pulled off the upset versus the Eagles, but still, I don't have a lot of faith in the Giants right now. And honestly, their coaching has been questionable these past few weeks too. Like, that was their strength early on. Questionable play calling, especially lately. Questionable stuff going on. So, it pains me to say it, but Eagles to cover and Eagles to win. We got the Jets, the Bills. Bills are favored by 8.5 at home.
Interesting. Now, this is something where I actually bet this game already. I bet this game on Saturday, Lauren. It was plus 10 for the Jets. So I did get some value, but I feel a little scared still.
Yeah,
I feel a little scared
too.
Just because I watched Josh Allen and the Bills dismantle my Matt Patricia-led Patriots out there. So,
yeah, that was a much of a good
Jets
game.
Defense, I just think, like we saw against the Vikings, they're capable of dominating a half, just destroying a good offense in Minnesota. I think that defense keeps this close, but I've got to go with the Bills. There's no way they're getting swept.
Yeah.
There's no way, Lauren. I've got to go with the Bills to win the game. Josh Allen, he's going to get right before the playoffs, stop the turnovers, and the defense for the Jets is going to keep it close enough for me to cover.
I agree with you there too. Gotta go with the Bills at home, win straight. But 8.5 it's a big spread. It's more than a tutty. So give me the Jets to cover that. It's big spread, 8.5. I like it. Jets to cover, Bills to win. Yeah, there's no there. Imagine the Jets sweep the Bills this year. Like
I know a lot
be...
of disrespect towards the Jets though in these spreads lately. I feel.
I know. That's what I think too. But I did pick them +3 last week. That didn't work well. That wasn't good for me. Browns at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 6 at home. Deshaun Watson's back.
Deshaun Watson is back. I think he had a little massage oil grease on the football.
On the footballs there. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Maybe he's got the little rust off of him just enough to come in here. But I'm going to take the Bengals to win the game for sure. The debate comes down
I'll just
to
get that out there too.
Because they got destroyed. They got destroyed by the Browns. You remember this?
Yeah, Monday Night Football, Halloween. Yeah.
The Browns kind of dominate the Bengals. It's kind of scary. Like it's just this matchup thing the last few years, especially with Zach Taylor's Bengals. I don't know what it is.
Bengals offense.
Yeah. The Browns defense is still putrid. They can't cover. They can't stop the run. Maybe Joe Mixon's back. I do think the Bengals win for sure. And I love how they're playing offensively. They just dominate and dictate the game against their opponent. But I'm going to take the points, I think, just because I am, just because of the matchup, just because I'm going to go with history here, that it's going to be a close game, that the Bengals have a tough time with the Browns. I know that's not going to be a popular pick.
No, I like it though, because I'm going to go the opposite of that. I'm going to take the Bengals to cover the 6 points. Like, okay. I know they absolutely dominated them. Well, that was Halloween night. That was terrible game. No one saw that coming. Burrow played terrible, but now they're coming off wins versus the Titans, versus the Chiefs. They got some mojo. They got some swag. So I'm going to go with the Bengals to cover. And I don't know. Watson he's not going to just turn around in 1 week. I did not expect him to look good to start off, and he doesn't. He's not going to turn around in 1 week. We got the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys at home. I just saw the spread for the first time. That's my reaction. At home versus the Texans. Guess the spread right now.
I saw it. It's kind of cheap. I think it's 17, isn't it?
17.
Okay, maybe it moved up 17 and a half.
17 points. 17. So what are you doing here? 17 points. Like what?
The thing is though, like Sunday night, the Colts had 11 points, right? The Colts got 11 points and they were in the game for like,
it was a 2-point game in the third. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Matt Ryan just starts they start fumbling the ball, Mo Alley Cox, and Matt Ryan's just a disaster. And Dallas has been covering games like this year where the other team just messes everything up and they return touchdowns and it gets out of hand. So could that happen again in this game? I mean, it very well could. We saw the Browns have a punt return. I don't know if it was a fumble or a pick six. I mean, just Dallas's defense could easily do that. So that's the tough thing. I'm definitely not betting this game because 17's way too high of a spread.
I'm going Houston money line. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna take, out of principle, I'm gonna take Houston plus 17. Okay, out of principle. It's just too many points, especially when it's considering it's Houston versus Dallas, right? A Texas rivalry.
Yeah.
But I'll take Dallas to win, of course. They're going to dominate the game.
I'm obviously going to take Dallas to win too. I wonder what the money line odds are to take the Texans. Like
insane. It's worth it. Probably put some money on it.
Put a dollar on it. I got to take Dallas straight up too. 17 points. Do they cover? I'm going to say yes. Oh, because I want to go a little opposite pick there. I usually don't go for the big.
What's your score prediction?
Oh, I'll go like 42-13.
Oh. Okay, I won't be watching.
I'm like, is that 17? I was like, cover 17.
Yeah, the math is correct there.
Math good there?
Yeah.
9-3, and they'll cover the 17. Yeah. Next game we got. Another game here. We got the Chiefs at the Broncos. Chiefs favored by 9 on the road.
Another game that I bet early. This is my second game I bet early.
Ooh, did you take the Broncos with the points?
Chiefs.
I was like, wow, you're taking the Broncos
-7.5.
with the points. That's
I got 1.5 points of value on it.
what did you
7.5.
get? 7.5. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I just look at the spreads early and I say, does that look weird or not? And then I just bet it or not. You know, that's my theory. Like,
that's a smart move.
Exactly. So I knew the Chiefs.
The early bird gets the worm.
I knew the Chiefs would rather beat the Bengals or they'd lose a close game and they'd come back with a vengeance in this game. So, well, they're coming back with a vengeance and they don't typically lose to the AFC West, as we know. Denver just can't score any points. That's my problem. I think Denver hangs around due to this defense that's really, really good, and especially against the pass. But it's just eventually that fourth quarter, Kansas City is going to start to creep away and cover the spread. So I got Kansas City to win, Kansas City to cover.
Yeah, I can't pick the Broncos. I haven't been picking them. I can't pick them. Chiefs to win, Chiefs to cover the spread. Like Chiefs, I can't. I'm not going to pick the Broncos again this season. I don't think I can. They're just a disaster. They lost. I didn't pick them to win versus the Panthers, and that worked out well. I picked the Panthers to beat them. That worked out. So why am I going to pick the Broncos again? Buccaneers at the 49ers. So this just got interesting. 49ers favored by 3.
Lauren,
this just got weird.
I'm praying for Tom Brady in this game. I hope that he lives after the game. Okay. I just hope that he's still alive, because the 49ers defensive line might take his soul. Like I'm worried for his health in this game. I really am. Those pliability, the pliability's got to help him here. The pliability's got to come through right now. Yeah, the pliability's got to come through because he's going to be taking a lot of hits from Nick Bosa.
He needs to be like Gumby, just like so flexible. Like no tears, please.
I can't stand the Bucs coaching staff. They frustrate me more than anything ever has frustrated a football fan before. I am going to go with the Niners. I really am. I know it's Brock Purdy, but I think they're the better team. I think they've got the best defense in football when healthy. And I think Kyle Shanahan, I've said it many times, I think he's the best coach there is. I really do. I think he's one of the only coaches that you can put him with any quarterback and he's going to make it work and he's going to score points. So I'm going to take the 49ers here. I just don't trust the Bucs. Could they win? Sure, it's Tom Brady. I don't trust them. Yeah,
we're recording this on a Monday too. No one knows. So we don't know how the game goes tonight, but Bucs are in a tough spot. I'm going to roll with you. 49ers to win straight up, 49ers to cover. They're at home. The defense can carry them. And then when they're not carrying them, just hand the ball off to McCaffrey, try to chew clock. Like just they'll figure it out. That offense, they'll figure it out with Debo and McCaffrey. They'll prop Purdy up. And the Bucs are a mess.
I will say, I feel if the Niners are effective offensively in this game, which I don't expect, that's a very good thing for them moving forward, because this Bucs defense is a tough matchup for them offensively because of how well they stop the run.
But I think they'll get to they'll try to get to the outside, maybe those quick little outside throws, try to stretch the defense, then they can run up the middle. But yeah, you got to go with the 49ers there, even if it's just solely by their defense. Another game. Seahawks at home versus the Panthers. Seahawks favored by 3.5.
At least we'll see that Cam Newton clip where he's like staring down the Legion of Boom. Probably like 18
so long
times.
ago. Oh my gosh. What was that? 2011, 2000. What was that? What year was that?
I think it was 13, like 13. The year that they were like really the Legion of Boom. I think it was 2013 in the playoffs because they played 2 years in a row in the playoffs. I just love that clip. But I've got oh my goodness, this is tough actually. Is the game in Seattle?
Yeah, it's Seattle.
I'm gonna take
coming off a bye, I think too.
I'm taking Carolina. I am, yes. I don't like how Seattle's defense, Lauren. Can they stop me and you on offense? I don't know.
Probably stop me because I'd be scared.
I just feel like Carolina is a little underrated. I know we think they're all putrid, but their defense plays hard.
Put together wins. Yeah, they've put together wins.
They have. Their defense is really strong, especially up front. I feel like if Kenneth Walker is a no-go, that's a huge loss.
That's what I was going to say. That's the thing. He left yesterday's game. What's his status going to be? I know it's the problem with recording this early in the week. We don't know. But if he's
what
no-go,
type
like you
of
said,
crazy person records picks on a Monday?
Because I wanted to get it out Tuesday because I was like, let's have them out for as long as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's have everyone just like bask in this, even though the lines are going to change probably 7 times.
Like, yeah, you got to bet quick. That's why you got to bet quick.
Change so quick. So you're gonna go with the Panthers.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I just love their defense and how much passion really it is they play with, because they have to play double headers every game. I mean, their offense punts the ball so much, and then offensively they run the ball really, really well. I think that's one thing they do well, and I think Seattle can't stop the run. So I'm gonna take Carolina here. I know that's crazy, but.
And Darnold hasn't been terrible. In that first game back, he wasn't terrible. He wasn't turning the ball over like crazy. And that's kind of all you can really ask.
Exactly.
For Carolina right now, the way Baker was playing. All right, I'm going to go with this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the Panthers plus 3.5. Give me the points.
You're smart.
But I'm going to go Seattle straight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of hedging there, but that's what I'm going to do. Because it is hard to go play in Seattle. It's hard.
It's very hard.
Sunday night should be decent. Or maybe it won't be decent if the Chargers continue to just Chargers at home versus the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 3. Both these teams coming off losses.
I think this game will be fun. I think this game will be high scoring. I think this game will be back and forth. I got to go with Miami, though. Mm-hmm. Miami, to me, is the better team. Miami, don't overthink it for me. I think they get back on track here. I think they brought in Eric Fisher. I don't know if he'll play.
Yeah, they just signed him, I saw.
At left tackle, but that could maybe help. I don't know how much he has left, but it definitely could help one of their biggest weaknesses. But Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, those guys are unstoppable, especially Tyreek Hill. And then defensively, I just think the Dolphins have more on defense. I think they create more plays. Like they blitz you, they make things difficult. So I think that Miami wins. What's the spread?
3. Even 3 right now, which is tough.
I'll take them to cover.
All right, I'm going to go opposite of you here.
Whoa, okay.
I know. I have like this, I'm like a simp for the Chargers.
Opposite day.
Okay. Like I'm a simp for Herbert. I'm like, Herbert is like the truth. Herbert is the GOAT.
What happened to the GOAT last week?
I don't know. It's never his fault. It's always the coaching or something.
Okay.
It's his fault or the injuries. It's like never his fault. Like, come on. But I'm gonna go the Chargers to win straight up and cover. I mean, not cover. Okay. Take them plus 3 because I don't really know. I'm just like, I got that feeling. They were competitive with the Chiefs in prime time at home. Yeah, they lost the Raiders. It's like pretty bad. They've put together some wins by like a hair on their chin. Like the wins have been tight. Everything's been pretty tight for them. I don't like this Miami defense that much. I feel like they can take advantage of them, especially if they do get Mike Williams back this week. I know Keenan's back. It's going to be his 3rd game back. Yeah. I think they can put up points. Like you said, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. But those wide receivers on the Dolphins do scare me though. Like I don't know how this defense is gonna stop them. And then even if the Dolphins won, they could just run the ball right up the center of the Chargers defense. They don't
have the problem.
Run defense. Like the offense is gonna have to score like every drive. But I just want to go crazy here and pick the Chargers to win. So
it could happen. I could see Mike Williams having 160 yards, like 9 catches. Like I could see it happening.
I would love a shootout. I would love it. Just back and forth and touchdown and touchdown. Like we get like a 42-40 game. Like what game was that? Yeah. The Chiefs Rams like a few years ago when like the Rams were, with Gurley and Goff. Like if we get a game like that ever again, I know it won't be that good, but I love a game like that. It's my favorite type of game. Monday night. Oh, this is you on Monday night. This is you specifically.
This is me. I'm playing in the game.
Yeah. They literally just called you. I know. That's what I said. You look like, what's his face? Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones combined, kind of.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing. That?
Why would
I
that be a
saw
bad
that.
thing?
I saw that. I was like,
They have the same color hair as them.
yeah,
You
maybe I
kind of
could be
the
a
Bailey
brother.
Zappi hairstyle.
Yeah, I could be a brother, maybe.
Yeah, you could be like their brother or cousin.
Hmm.
Patriots at the Cardinals. Patriots favored by 1.5 on the road. A point and a half. Point and a half. I didn't enunciate that well.
If the Patriots don't
1.5.
win this game, I will be crushed. They're playing the worst leader in the NFL, Kyler Murray. They're
Are you
playing
sure? Let's debate worst leader here. So who's your worst leader? Zach Wilson, Kyler Murray, or Russell
Zach
Wilson?
Wilson isn't the leader. Take him out of the conversation. Joe Flacco's more of a leader. He's not even playing. Okay. But yeah, Kyler, Russ, I mean, yeah, Zach, I guess you would if
I
you
was
want
gonna
to
do
put
a
him in
video on this, like the most important trait, like all these bad leaders at QB, the
Terrible.
downfall of their teams.
I'm just wondering, Lauren, who do you think Kyler's going to throw under the bus after he loses this game? Like
Oh, it has to be Cliff.
Cliff again?
Gotta be.
Okay.
It's gotta be. I mean, I feel
Poor
like Cliff
Cliff.
is the go-to. Like, like it's the go-to. Like he's the main facing guy. Like he's the easy guy.
I think
Love that schematically. We were kind of effed. Like,
yeah. What are you doing?
love that.
If you
And
think
him-
you're schematically F this week, just wait till you play Belichick, buddy.
and
Okay,
immediately responding to Peterson on Twitter. Like he responded so quick to that. There was no hesitation in that tweet reply.
you
I
know
was like,
that
this-
you know it's true too if you respond that quick.
Exactly. I'm like, if you're responding this quick, it's a really bad look. Like you're defensive for a reason. Like
Yeah. So, yeah, I got the Patriots. I think New England's offense has looked putrid when they play above average defenses. I don't think Arizona's defense is above average. I do think they can play well at times, but they're inconsistent. So is New England's offense. I think New England can make some plays offensively. Mac can play well in this game. Just he won't turn it over. They'll protect the ball. They'll run it a bit. And I feel like they'll be able to win this game through defense. I just don't see the Cardinals doing a ton in this game unless it's Kyler Murray running around in circles, throwing it off his back foot to DeAndre Hopkins.
and Belichick's
Maybe
not gonna let that
occasionally.
happen.
I just don't see it. So I'm going to go with New England. They need this game too if they want to make the playoffs.
I'm going with New England too, and obviously them to cover 1.5. Like I just feel like the Cardinals are just a game away from totally imploding and like
Feels
so
like
much
it.
drama happening. I'm upset. I haven't watched Hard Knocks yet in season. I gotta watch it.
Me
wonder how
neither.
much
I
is
haven't
gonna
either.
Be cut out. Like this is it's either a good team to pick or like I would have liked to see a team that would have made the playoffs, but let's see how much drama they put in there. Like who's gonna be the bad guy? Who's gonna be painted as the villain? Even though I don't think the NFL would do that to its players. Like they want, no one to be painted as the villain.
True. You know what we might see?
What?
We might see Cliff on camera, like in some like unknown location, talking to Belichick about being the future offensive coordinator. Of the
Yeah.
Patriots.
Literally. That's what he's gonna be saying after. That's what's gonna happen in these little post-game handshakes. Slide him a little. Here's my number. Slide him his resume. Slide him. He knows what's coming.
Mhm.
Well, Mitch, I appreciate it. It's been real, and we'll tally these up after and see who the winner is.
We'll see who the true winner is. Yeah,
The
thank you so
true
much. I
NFL
appreciate it.
Pick person, champion, most knowledgeable person is. Oh, Mitch, plug your stuff.
Okay,
awkward
thank
pause.
you.
I was like, I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to do. Mitch, plug your stuff, and I'll put it in the description too, guys.
My channel is called The Bottom Line View. You can find it, of course, on YouTube if you've ever heard of it. You can also follow the channel, myself, on Twitter at Mitch Milani, Milani. You can follow the Instagram, the TikTok, if you like, all under the same name, The Bottom Line View. But primarily on YouTube, doing a lot of the same stuff that Lauren does.
And he's a Patriots fan.
I am a Patriots fan.
There's a lot
as
of
well.
Patriots fans out there.
Yeah, I am a Patriots fan, but I try to be kind of also separate from the fandom most of the
He's
time.
non-biased,
Unbiased. I also kind of don't like Patriots fans sometimes. They kind of make me angry. But if you're a nice Patriots fan, if you're a wise Patriots fan, then come on over. You'll have a great time. If you're
No
an NFL
delusional
fan,
takes allowed.
yes. If
No
you're an
delusional
NFL
takes.
fan, you'll also enjoy the channel because I cover all 32 teams.
But he did just tell me before we started recording that Mac was better than Mahomes. I was like, whoa, Mitch. Like, whoa, Mitch. Like, whoa.
I will not confirm nor deny that report.